Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another live session by Voice of Crypto. I'm your host, and as you all are familiar, that in these daily live sessions that we go live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Binance feed, we talk all about the crypto Web3 market, and we take a deep dive into the price action of some of the top cryptocurrencies. The topic of today will be what will be the next Bitcoin all-time high. Of course, before I start, our regular disclaimers, which is that none of what we say in these sessions or what our guests say is financial advice. So before you delve or dive into the crypto market, always do your own research. DYOR is the key to success in this space. That said, a quick announcement for all our communities. As you guys are already familiar, we have come up with $100 weekly giveaway, the link of which is left on your comment section in whichever social media you have joined our session on. You'll find the link to our VOC announcement group on Telegram, and there you'll find more details about the session itself, about the giveaway itself. We've already given away about 200 to 300 US dollar to our community members, and more such rewards to come your way. But before that, join our announcement channel where you'll find all the details that you need to about these giveaways. These giveaways are essentially to make our community stronger and as a way to pay back to our lovely communities of Web3. Now, without further ado, we will dive right into the market, how the market has been over the weekend. We'll also take a look at the global crypto market cap as well as Bitcoin price action, of course. Today, the global crypto market cap is down by 1.86%. And while the downfall isn't as massive, we usually see a bit of back trend for quite a few cryptocurrencies when we enter Monday. And that's exactly what we're seeing today as well. However, it's on the positive side. The global market cap has maintained above the 1.4 trillion US dollar level. The spike in crypto market volumes that you see, a 68 to 69% increase in terms of volumes, can largely be attributed to weekend trading as well as trading that went into quite a few altcoins, or could be a bit of sell-offs in the market due to um, Bitcoin making a U-turn from the higher almost 3,800 level. We will, of course, be looking at Bitcoin, how it has performed over the weekend. But for now, a quick review tells us that in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has lost value. In fact, as we speak, BTC fell below the 37,000 US dollar mark, now trading a little bit above the 36,900, but below the 37K mark. For BTC to sort of make a rise above the 40K levels will be key. We will, of course, be looking at the supply demand region where which Bitcoin will need to clear before it can make any moves ahead. But for now, Ethereum, we see, hasn't done a lot. In fact, following Bitcoin's downfall, ETH was quick to lose prices. It's already fallen by a little over 3%. BNB sort of on the similar level with over 3% losses. BNB's weekly losses, however, are pretty notable. They're over 8%. XRP has fallen by over 4% on the daily, almost 3% on the weekly. Same goes for Solana. Solana did perform pretty well in terms of price throughout this month, but now the larger market and the larger markets momentum has pivoted a little bit towards the bearish zone owing to the Bitcoin downfall. And altcoins were quick to pick up on that trend, as we can see. In the top 10 altcoins, most of the altcoins are noting negative returns on the daily as well as the weekly window. However, Dogecoin is one coin that is gaining still on the daily. But if you look at the really short term gains on the really short term price action of Doge, we see that Doge too is falling by a little less than 1% on the hourly basis. So a lot of volatility for the day for the market for sure. Look at the top 20 shows us that the purview is essentially same for most of the coins barring ton coins, uh, barring Toncoin, which is performing still well. It hasn't gained a lot in terms of price, but managing these greens on a red day, that is today, we can attribute that to a little bit of internal developments that might be happening, or ecosystem centric developments that might have led to this little bit of pump, or even market euphoria. But the gains aren't sustainable. If, of course, Ton is able to clear certain higher resistance levels, we can expect more gains for Toncoin. But that doesn't seem to be on the cards for now, anyway. We will quickly take a look at the top gainers, and we can, if we look at the top three, it's just Terra, and Terra. So why exactly these Terra assets are rising in terms of price, and is there any sort of price momentum that they can sustain? Will they be able to clear certain resistance levels that they were below? But first, are these assets even worth investing? Well, if you look at the downfall that they've made from the levels that they were at when, of course, Terra was functional, I would say that these aren't assets that one would dive right into, especially for uh, Terra Classic USD, which is the version of the Terra USD that earlier existed. We need to keep in mind that this is still a stable coin and essentially needs to be pegged to the $1 price mark, but it is not just heavily depegged, it is also not an asset that one would be interested in, unless, of course, only for retail trading purposes, which would have led to a lot of massive gains. But in terms of the all time price, we can see how much it has fallen from the levels that it had earlier to now. And a lot of market momentum, a lot of trading, a lot of people buying into these coins would, of course, lead to a bit of appreciation of price. If you want to know about why exactly these Terra assets are climbing in terms of price, go check out voiceofcrypto.online, which is our website, and we have done a detailed analysis article on all of these assets and why their value is increasing or decreasing. So go check that out. But other than that, if we look at some of the other altcoins that have appreciated, we see Axie Infinity, Gala, Maker, Graph Token, and of course Dogecoin. But primarily, Axie Infinity is one token that has sort of gained my attention at this point, owing to the high 9% gains that it has seen, of course, due to market developments. But from a purely price perspective, there's still a lot that Axie needs to cover, and it has seen almost double digit gains in the last 1 day or so, but it's still down from the higher over $7 level that it had achieved sometime later last week. But we can already see that Axie Infinity's AXS token has made a local top in the last 1 week, and that being the 7.3 US dollar level. So it's already retreated in terms of price. At this point, entering a position in the short term wouldn't be the greatest idea for AXS as well, looking at the saturation, the market saturation, and the fact that it has reversed from the higher levels. So once, of course, it has established itself above the $7 mark, we can expect some more. We can expect some more activity in terms of price for this particular token. This is all in terms of our price updates of the day, and a quick look at news is what we're going to do next. The first news comes from UK, where UK regulators have welcomed fund tokenization plans proposed by industry leaders, and they're going to be working closely on that. A lot is happening in that particular geography, and in terms of regulations or just curbing crime related to crypto. So check that out on, of course, Voice of Crypto online. Moving on, ARK Invest recently sold 5 million US dollar worth of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares just last week. And this could be one news that might have contributed to Bitcoin's downfall, because almost 5 million worth of Grayscale BTC was sold. So why this selling was made, and what exactly was behind the idea of selling this, of course, is something that we wouldn't know, but it would have had some impact on the market, sort of changing the supply demand as well as a larger narrative for BTC. That said, the XRP Ripple Army is rather excited about as Metaco acquisition brings banks closer. Once that is going to happen, people are expecting a bit of pump for XRP itself. Cosmos founder has called for a chain split, which led to Atom losing a bit of its value. And if the chain sort of splits, how Atom price will react, what exactly will happen is something that remains to be seen. But it has already had its impact in terms of price on the asset. So that is all from the news section of the day. And before we wrap today's show, we will quickly take a look at our Bitcoin prices, as well as address the topic of the day, which is Bitcoin all-time high. And for that, we will first quickly zoom out and see where the Bitcoin all-time high was. An all-time chart suggests us shows us that the 60 while it shows us that the 63 level is the Bitcoin all-time high on quite a few exchanges. The 67 to 69,000 range was the highest mark that BTC had achieved in late October 2021, and from then to now, we've seen a massive price fall. But in from November 2022 to now, BTC has still managed to appreciate quite a bit in terms of price, and price action is still increasing. Of course, there's quite a bit of hope from BTC ETF approval. If that goes into play, combined with the Bitcoin halving, which is set to happen in the second quarter next year, we can, of course, see a decent pump for BTC. But as you guys are aware, we hate to predict, and there is no one who can predict the crypto market with absolute accuracy, because this is not the place to make predictions. It is a highly volatile market. And as I say, that none of what we say in these sessions is financial advice. So do your own research. Of course, we are here to decode price action a little bit for all our viewers, but that is all. And a quick review of BTC price does suggest us that there is a liquidity ask, which means that there is a bit of the supply range of 38,000 to 40,000 is an important area for BTC. And once that supply demand is met, and once BTC is able to establish above the 40K level, we can definitely expect a little bit of gains for BTC. That said, a lot of key Fed inflation markers can lead to a bit of macro catalysts in the market, which again can either make or break BTC's price. So we will be carefully looking at BTC price in the coming sessions as we go ahead and do these sessions. We do these lives every day. You guys are already familiar with it. I will see you tomorrow with fresh updates on not just BTC, but the larger crypto market as well. And I've already mentioned about the giveaways that we do. The link of our Telegram announcement group is right here in the comments, in the live comments section on whichever social media you guys have joined. To follow all the steps to enter our giveaway, and be ready to to increase your knowledge in the Web3 space and to make a few bucks from it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time with fresh updates from the crypto market.